What's up, everyone? Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Curiosity, and today I'll just be making a video for us stoners. This is a video I've been meaning to make for a long time, but I've been slacking. What I wanted to do was compare two popular thc-a brands from within the weed tube community. Now, the first brand isn't necessarily like a YouTuber's brand or anything like that. It's Base Smokes. And I chose them because I've already tried Xcode stuff that came through Base Smokes, and it was pretty good. So I wanted to try one of their standalone strains. And then I wanted to compare it to Dopest the Dopest genetics. And because that's something I've never tried, whether it was AJC or anything else they've ever made. I've just never tried Dopest product. But now we did. And it was pretty good to say. So, we're going to be talking about these products that I bought back a few months ago, tried, and wrote down all my notes for you. So, hey, without further ado, let's grab your water, man. Let's get into it. So, coming up first, we have Gelato Paloma from Base Smokes. The first thing I noticed was out of the package, it had more big buds, and they were hydrated, and you could press down and have that good old weed press into it, you know what I mean? As you can see, the buds were pretty green and looked beautiful. They had semi-deep purple hair mixed in with a good amount of orange. Now, this is a hybrid, so that's obviously expected. And, I was just glad to be seeing that. And then when it came to the trichromes, it seemed like at first it was covered in them, especially when you broke in between them and see right there. Yeah, it looked pretty good. And before I ever even smoked it, I wrote down that it smelled really green, if that makes any sense, with a hint of pininess. Nothing too overwhelming, it seemed, though. So going into the taste of it, after I smoked a J of it, the taste wasn't what I expected at all. She smoked smooth as could be, but it hit me with a slightly sweet taste and just a hint of the pininess that I was smelling. So I don't know where that weird trail end of like a sweetness like taste came from, but it was pleasing. I'm not gonna lie. And when it came up to me wrapping up, there wasn't much else to say about gelato here, but it was a good smoke. Tasted pretty good. The high was not too insane afterwards. It was pretty good. It was pretty good, decent smoke that didn't make me cough too bad. It didn't burn nothing. Wasn't harsh. It just smoked up like weed. I don't know what to tell you. So after I factored in everything, I would give it a solid 6. It would be a solid 6, especially if you're into just smooth hybrids. That would be a good thing to try out and a good thing to go to. Now, next up, we're going to be talking about my notes on sour diesel here. Now, obviously, this one was interesting because I didn't buy this. They just sent this to me for free, this little gram, and I, just threw it in here just to give off my thoughts on it. So going into it, the smell was still really gassy as like the normal sour diesel was, back in the day. It hits the nose way stronger, but that's pleasing to someone like me. It's not always a bad thing. Although the buds in the back were obviously smaller, they were still fresh and press worthy. They were plump and you could press on them and sponge back. So that was still a good sign. And I would say that with the video we took, sour diesel looks good, looks promising. It's really green, looks beautiful. It had the orange hairs that you look for. And to me, it seemed like I saw a few purple hairs in there as well to indicate there may be, something different. I don't know. I might be talking out of my head there, but who knows? It could be my eyes playing tricks on me. It could be talking out of my head. Who knows? But either way, it looked good. And you could see it for yourself. It looked pretty good. Now, when it came to the taste, it was a noticeable pine to it when I first smoked it, mixed in with a little bit of the gassiness that came and creeped up with an earthy like taste. Not the pine. There's a difference to me between pine and the earthy taste, and I can't distinct what that difference is per se, but to me it's different. So I explained them as different. So we had mainly pine mixed with the gassiness and a slight aftertaste of like an earthy dirt taste, And the effects, the high was a definite head high, but it was nothing too super intense, nothing too, you know, drive me over the course of being anxious or anything like that. So that was a good thing. Now, obviously, this is a full bred sativa. This isn't a hybrid, and it's going to be suitable for more stuff like cleaning and being productive. It gave me a high that was, uplifting, but not too anxious driving, as some sativas can do. So overall, I gave this one a solid 5. 5 out of 10, baby. It's a good smoke. It's a good thing to buy. Can't go wrong with sour diesel, in my opinion. All right. Now, finally, we're going to be talking about how I felt and thought about Space Dust from Dopest Genetics. Ooh, the one I was excited about the most. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. So, over here, we got Space Dust by the Dopest. And, obviously, you guys know this is part of Dopest Yola's HHC company, and they're now doing thc-a. And I just wanted to see how it stacks up against everything and how good it is, because I've never tried any of his HHC or Delta 8 things, just this. So here we go. Upon pulling it out, the bud looked pretty. She had a nice mix of orange and purple in there. This one is also a hybrid, like the Gelato Paloma, and it showed. The greenness of the bud didn't look like as bright as the other ones, but the trichomes made up for that. They made the bud just like shine with trichomes, So to me, in the end, as long as it's still pretty and dense, it's all that mattered to me, and that's what excited me about it. And yeah, I was excited to smoke this for sure. Now, when I first tried it, I immediately noticed how the terps came out stronger than anything out of the bay smokes that I tried. The taste was a bit earthy with some citrus in there. It was the first thing that I noticed too. It was like citrus hit me. It was a different twist out of everything I was doing. But it also tasted like a grapey, purplish taste, if you understand. And most of the way, it was just through and through, it was tasty. It was a good tasting bud. And finally, I would say the high was nice and clean with a good old relaxing feeling, enough to go to bed on, but not enough to like couch lock you, you know? And out of all of the ones that I tried, Space Dust was definitely the most potent, had me the highest. And I liked how it hit me. And for that reason, I'm giving it a 7.5, maybe an 8. You know what? We're gonna give it an 8. It was pretty good. It threw me for a turn how good that turned out to be. Now, those were all the brands I had, and I tried. I tried to make this video short. It still is short, but here we are, talking about the ending here. So those are my comparisons of them. Those are my opinions. If you're not into thc-a, that's fine. But for those of you who are, I would definitely try looking into the Dopest genetics for sure. If not, if you don't already have like a brand you're into. Like, out of everything I smoked, I couldn't wrap my head around how much I liked the space dust. Like, it was just tasty. It got me high, and I would put it up there with like regular bud that I buy, and it all, in the end, doesn't really matter as long as you're smoking and having a good time, bro. Just smoke safe and have a good time, because it all comes down to personal preference. But I was hoping that I can make this and that it could help sway a little bit of a decision, because if it were up to me, I would tell people if you're going to try something online, try Dopest genetics and try Bay Smokes. They're both good, but Dopest seem to be better. If there's anything else, any other brands I might need to try in the future, anyone can throw some suggestions at me, throw some video ideas at me. Anyone do anything. I'm out here chilling, and I just want to let you guys know, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And with that said, stay high, stay chill, and stay hydrated. Peace.